What's up, guys? It's Godzilla621 doing another review. Last time was Orga, and happy early Christmas. Even though I'll make a video on Christmas Eve, so yeah. So today we're gonna do another review. I was gonna review this guy later, but I just decided to do him now. So here we got the kind of newish Godzilla 1984 from NECA. This guy came out like in December 3rd, I think. And I got him like in December 15th or something like that. So I had this guy for a while now. A lot of people hate this guy, and yeah, I'm gonna give my thoughts on it later in the video. So for now, let's just start with the sculpt. Sculpt on the head is really nice. A lot of people, basically everyone hated the first one when they first released the pictures. I mean, that thing looked like, wow. Terrible. I don't even know what to explain. I mean, Zilla had a way better design to that thing, but I mean, now that they changed the head sculpt, it looks pretty nice. A lot of people still don't like the head. I think it's pretty accurate to the suit. Maybe just lower the snout up a little bit. But the sculpt on my head is pretty nice. But what I do not like is when you go to the side view. Yeah, you can see that it's not that cool. He does look awesome when you close his mouth. He looks pretty nice. I think I'll just leave it with the mouth open. A lot of people's had theirs derpy-eyed, but yeah. Moving on to the neck, you can see they did not do that well with the neck. I mean, it's way too skinny. Definitely not good from the side, and you can see this little gap right here. So you just have to open his mouth just so you can close that gap. Yeah, there's a lot of flaws with this figure. I mean, they could have added like some of the skin right here so it won't look that like pushed in or something. I don't know what you call it. Moving on to the chest. The chest is pretty nice, just that they could have, I don't know, widened it up a little. The arms, going on to the arms, they're not that great. I mean, they could have made them more fatter or chubby-ish. And I don't really like the hands. Look at that. They're like weird. Like, I like the 94 hands, how you could like move them, but we'll get into articulation later. I know, like, one of my friends, Meltlow, he said it looked like Trendmaster hands, so yeah. Moving on to the waist area, it's not that great. I mean, they could have at least put the legs more up, because they just look like they're sagging down. Like in the movie, they're like up to here. You will know what I'm talking about, but yeah, they could have fixed that. The detailing is not bad though. I mean, I think the detail is better on the 94, but they could have at least fixed that. I mean, come on. But moving on to the feet, the feet. Still gotta watch the movie, but I've seen a bunch of screenshots and clips, but I don't know if their feet are accurate or not. But for me, they look nice. But people have been complaining a lot about this toenail. You can see right there that it's way too long, and I kind of agree with that. I mean, not that noticeable like when you look at it like that, but still, it's still there. Moving on to the spines, yeah, I'm not too happy with the spines. From the side, when you look at the pictures, they look too small, and they still are. But when you look at them like from the back, they're way too thin and flat. Like you could just like break them easily. Way too like flat spikes. Yeah, the tail is not that great either. I mean, they could have fixed that, but you know, that's usual. There's a lot of flaws with this figure, but it's still pretty nice. But so yeah, I still think the 94 is better, but this is a pretty nice one too. But so now let's go on to articulation. Articulation, you got let's start right here. You can see the neck is, you can move it side to side. Then the actual head can move side to side and look up and down like that. The jaw can open up and close. Pretty nice. Moving on to the arms. Let me just move the camera a bit. Moving on to the arms, they can move 360, spinning the arms like always. Mine is really stiff. I mean, you can't really move the elbow. Like, look, you're trying to move it, and you can't really move the elbow. Like, you don't have a bicep swivel, but You got a hand rotation. I wish they added the finger, how they did with the 94, the little, like, you could close the fingernails, but they didn't add that. But, yeah. The waist can move side to side for really no apparent reason. Maybe just to, like, hunch him back like this and make him a cool pose, like, I don't know, he's, like, looking down or something, I don't know. But moving on to the legs, you can move the legs out and in. The knees, you can just move inside the side, but the 94 had this. But the 94 had this, but it didn't add it with this one. You can't like move the knee, like it's like stiff. All you can do is side to side. So yeah, you can move the feet like always, like a normal figure, normal NECA figure. Again, the tail has these joints where you can like swivel them like that. One right there, one right there, one right there, and one right there, and then the rest is a bendy wire, which a lot of people don't like. I'm okay with it so far because mine hasn't broke it. I know a lot of people that has their broken, but yeah, a lot of articulation. I think that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. The waist 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, yeah. So like 21 parts of articulation. So now we can move on to sizing. Sizing, you can't really size him out with other figures since he is in a solo movie. But if you want to compare it with the other NECA figures, here we got the 1994 Godzilla. So you can see here, like, they did a way better job. Like, let's take a better look at the spine. Look, they look like they don't look flat like this one. Look at that one. So yeah, they did way better on this one. I know they're gonna make 1954, and that one looks very good. It's probably gonna be the best one. It looks very awesome. Burning Godzilla, I am excited, not too excited since it's just the same, but that's the designer's fault because that's how it was in the movie. They just added the burning parts, but yeah, I hope 94 and 54 overpower this one. Or they could even do a reissue like this, like kind of like they did with the knife head. They did a knife head 2.0. Maybe you could save all the fans there. I know some YouTuber like Goji fan 1993. He hated this one. I like it, but yeah, I don't know why we're talking too much about size comparison. But here we got the 2014 Godzilla. So yeah. They improve at least from this to 1994. So yeah, basically all the same height, not too much of a difference. So yeah. Moving on to paint. Paint is simple. I just wish they expand their monsters to like King Ghidorah, Destroyer, Biollante, Angus, Mothra, etc. For the paint, you got for the face, you just got this pink with some dark marks just to make it more realistic in the mouth. The teeth, I mean, this figure doesn't have the best paint job. It's kind of sloppy, but the teeth are just this creamish color with some brown specks. So yeah, and the eyes are brown with a black pupil. You can kind of see it there. And basically the whole figure is in this charcoal black, but they added this aqua wash, and I don't really like the aqua wash. I think they did that with the 1994 too. I don't really like the aqua wash. Like you can see it kind of like, you can see it clearly there, kind of like blends in onto the spines. It doesn't look that great. I just wish they just did a simple charcoal black, but I mean, it's a cool finish if you want to just talk about like a different kind of stylized paint job. But for the nails, you got the same as the teeth. Not the best paint job, but yeah. The spines are this grayish color. So yeah, that's basically it for paint job. Not too much for it, but yeah. So now I'm gonna give my final thoughts on this figure. So my final thoughts on this figure, like just ignoring all the flaws, it's not that bad of a figure. I know it's the worst they've done for the Godzillas, but I'm sure they'll improve or maybe do a reissue like I said. But yeah, I mean, they could have fixed all those flaws like I mentioned. Not too many people were happy with this figure, but hopefully they correct them and their changes, and I don't know, they could even be like better than Bandai Creation. But There's like NECA is probably like my second or third favorite Godzilla toy company. Number one is definitely Bandai. But yeah, just fix those flaws, NECA, and you'll have a good series to collect more Godzillas and even other kaiju from the Godzilla series. So yeah, not that bad of a figure. I totally expected all the flaws it had, so when I got it, it wasn't that bad. The box is still the same, just the same 1954. Hopefully they change that, since it's like 1954. Like, why would it be there for the Bandai creation if it's not even in the line? But yeah, just fix the flaws. Pretty good figure, not that bad. It's definitely not my favorite. And it's 84, not 85. They could have corrected that too, but anyway, that's pretty much it for the review. I give this guy, I was gonna give him a 7 out of 10, but I don't know, maybe 6.5 out of 10. That's my score, 6.5. So yeah, just correct the NECA. I can't wait for the 1954 and the 1995. 54 I think is coming out like in April or like the spring area, and 1995 is coming out like I think January or February. But you know, NECA, if you've been collecting like the Pacific Rim figures, you know that they don't release their figures like on the Monday, like say. Hopefully I'm gonna get those next figures they're gonna release. Hopefully they change the way of figures like they did with this one. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the review. This is KaijuZilla 621 signing out.